Car Firm. Today we have our Range Rover Sport SVR with us for a virtual test drive, and this car has a 5-litre petrol engine and a 8-speed automatic gearbox. Now, I haven't driven these cars before, and this specific one for about 15 odd miles now. I know that it's a very nice and comfortable car actually, being a Range Rover Sport of course. However, the noise you get from it and the performance is absolutely incredible. Now, in terms of the steering on this car, it's very, very sharp, it's very responsive, and it's not too heavy, it's not too light, but compared to like a standard Range Rover Sports, the steering wheel, you can definitely feel the extra weight on there, which is very important, because if you're going to be driving this high speeds, track days, whatever it may be, you do want that precision from the steering. Now, with the steering side of things, of course, there's no track imbalance and issues or anything like that. And the gearbox wise, it's very responsive, and it has to be, being the type of vehicle that it is. And when you've got it in auto, it literally does what it's supposed to do. But when you do shift over to sport, you can see just how hard the gearbox can work at its peak. Now, you also have the Flappy Paddles, and now I'm just going to take over with the Flappy Paddles, and the shifts are just instant. The moment you touch the paddle, it just shifts the gears, and because of that, being such a big heavy vehicle as well, it just adds so much to its sportiness and just the way the car drives and the way it handles as well. Because especially around bends, if you do want to drop down a gear, you don't have to wait for the gearbox to respond to it, sort of thing. Now, in terms of the power and acceleration, of course, you have a lot of power with this vehicle. It's all very noticeable, and the exhaust is always there to remind you you've got that kind of power as well. And in terms of pickup, there's no lags or anything like that. Like now, for example, if I want to go for an overtake, it's absolutely effortless. And the noise is great as well. I do have the valves open at the moment on the exhaust system. Obviously, if you do prefer it to be quieter, you can just turn the valves off, and you can notice the difference massively. Now, brakes, nice and sharp. There's no shaking, juddering or anything like that when you're on the brakes, and they're very firm, so they really don't need pressing hard at all. Again, it's one of those things that makes this car feel really sporty, because you're not sitting on the brakes for ages and trying to slow the car down. The moment you touch the brakes at the slightest, you feel the impact. Suspension wise, obviously it's a bit firmer, however it's still an extremely comfortable vehicle. Long journeys or whatever it may be, would not be a problem at all. And these sporty seats are actually really comfortable as well. So overall, a very impressive vehicle. And if you are after an SVR, this model here is a great example, just for its condition, the specification that it has as well, and the color itself as well. It's very nice and subtle. You get some colors that are really in your face, but something like this is very nice and subtle, especially if you're going to use it for a daily drive. So if you're interested in this car, head over to our website, carfirm.co.uk, where you can reserve it with a fully refundable £100, and we will hold it for you for 7 days. And we offer very competitive finance packages, tailor-made mats, extended warranties and paint protection. So any questions at all, feel free to get in touch with us by phone, email or social media, and we look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.